Hey guys, welcome to the Flat 4 channel.
What up, guys?
We're going to be a Subi focused channel. I'm Dan, this is Matt. As you can see behind us, we've got a couple of fantastic Subi vehicles. We'll be going into a bit more depth about what we plan on doing with these, what the channel is going to be for. We hope you stick around for the ride and learn more about the Subi and the Subi community. So guys, plan for the channel is to do a bit of split between performance and daily driver modifications.
So Dan, what car you got?
So you can see behind me, I've just recently picked up, in the past month actually, this 2002 Bug-Eye WRX. This is going to be my project car. I've got a separate daily driver, so to do whatever I like to this one to make it better and faster. As you'll probably see later on in the video, this is in need of a bit of repair, bit of paint peel on the top, things like that. So plan is to restore it back to as close to original as possible, and then look at what I can do to make it faster going forward.
Alright guys, on the other end of the spectrum we've got my 2012 NA Subaru Forester. Picked this up as a daily driver. The intention is to apply some mods to this that are not going to put it in the realm of a project car, keep it sensible, definitely capture different areas of our audience here. So we've got Dan's definite project car, a bit more experimental. Here we're looking at some more casual stuff, so stay tuned. We'll definitely be hooking you up with some pretty killer mods. Alright guys, so we're here in Dan's 2002 Bug-Eye WRX, just going for a little bit of a cruise. Dan, do you want to maybe have a chat to us about what your intentions are moving forward, a bit more specifics?
Yeah, I guess I'll go back to why I chose the Bug-Eye. I know it's not the most popular WRX out there, although it is growing in popularity. Thinking way back to childhood, playing some Gran Turismo on PlayStation.
Oh, what a game.
This was the WRX, or the STI model, that was in the game at the time, and that was the first Japanese turbo car that I fell in love with. So, I've had a more recent 2015 WRX, just didn't hit the spot without that sweet burble. And recently moved on to a Golf R as my daily driver, which is super fast. Anybody that's been in one knows they're fantastic vehicles. But there was something missing, and that's where I went looking for one of these to pick up as a project car. Something to work on with my son as he gets older, and maybe eventually hand over to him. Right now, mechanically it's in pretty good nick. I've just done some basic servicing for it, new air filter, changed the oil filter, made sure the tyres are all good, the brakes. What I really want to do is just kind of restore it back. It's an 18-year-old vehicle now, get it back to what it once was in its glory day, and then look at how I can modify it further going forward. Get some real power in there. Take you guys down to the drag strip at Western Sydney Dragway and sort of see what times we can get out of it. Alright guys, here we are in Matt's 2012 NA Forester. So Matt, why'd you get it? What do you want to do with it?
So I suppose to start, it was probably never my intention to actually buy a Forester, let alone a Subaru. I actually started off my hunt for a second car. Originally I was looking at a 350Z. Dan talked a bit of sense into me, and yeah, ended up looking at sort of things to future-proof and set myself up with potentially a young family on the way. And the Forester just seemed like the perfect balance between getting some performance, having some freedom to apply some modifications, and yeah, look at catering to a larger family. Originally I wanted to look at buying the XT to get that sweet turbo, but unfortunately, as probably some of you might know, scouring through Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree, there's just a high price tag and usually high Ks associated with it. So luckily this one actually came from a family friend of ours with shockingly low Ks, although it's an NA with the price point and those low Ks, so I was happy to pick this up and really see how far we can push an NA engine to really replicate that iconic boxer noise.
Yeah, so this will be a great example of what you can do to your vehicle from a DIY maintenance perspective, things that you can just do at home, save yourself some money. Don't worry about the labour cost at a local mechanic, because these are easy things that we can show you how to do at home. And there's some really good opportunities with the NA engine from Subaru. It's fantastic engine, lots of good base to work from, and fantastic videos that we can take you through on how to do some of those simple modifications, and we'll show you what's been done to the car so far since Matt's picked it up. Definitely a big change from what it originally looks like stock. And something, as Matt alluded to, we'll have a chat about used car sales and the market in Australia as we go forward. As Matt said, the turbo models of these are just astronomical in Australia for the amount of Ks, minimum 150, 160,000 plus. And that's if the car looks ragged. You know, a car in good nick with 200, 250,000 Ks is just ridiculous price entry point. So, you know, this is a good way, and down the line, everything's plug and play with Subarus. It's just like Lego. We may even look at doing an engine swap if Matt's keen on that, because you can easily find wrecker parts. We've already visited a couple so far, and yeah, things just seem to fit really well together with Subaru. So definitely a benefit for all you owners out there or future owners looking at a Subaru. So Matt, what do you want to do to the car?
So there's a bit of a bucket list of things. Number one thing after changing the exhaust over, which we'll take it through with you, give you a bit of a tour, is changing out for unequal length headers to really capture that iconic boxer noise that I mentioned earlier. And I think it'll be quite a surprise for anyone expecting the sort of timidness of an NA motor to be really pumping out that noise. Combined with what we've done so far on the intake, it's surprising how much noise you can generate out of what is a fairly pedestrian vehicle. Beyond that, just looking at some overall maintenance on upgrading the springs, sway bars, you know, overall suspension, just tightening up the sort of known fault of these vehicles is having a bit of a boatiness to them. And then just a lot of cosmetic stuff, so really just taken off again that real stock sort of look to it. Already done a bit of work on the grille at the front, trying to really get rid of that fake chromey look. And yeah, just follow that through with a lot of the things that I think sort of really border on sort of tacky, and replace with something that looks, you know, really sleek, really nice, and will definitely, you know, turn some heads when people think that's just not some same stock old Forester.
And there are so many parts out there for Japanese vehicles, and the beauty of these, particularly Subarus, is they're so easy to work on yourself. So if you're, you know, a little bit hesitant, or even a seasoned professional, hopefully you find some content on these videos that you're going to enjoy. I don't know if I look like a goose because I haven't. All about that dronage life. We don't condone littering.